question for you. It's been a while since I've swam with the fishes as far as contract specialists and officers and propose, or what was or wasn't in your bid. So I had a project I bid, got awarded for about 30% higher than my bid. It was a lot of bidders though, no big deal. It's probably like 10 or 12 bidders. So I asked for basically a quick explanation of award. I don't know the exact FAR language. I told them, in accordance with FAR 13106, brief explanation for the basis of award. So he got back when he basically said, he gave me the explanation. He said the quote provided by Stilton did not meet all the requirements of the statement of work, especially the written 20-year warranty on material and labor on the finished product. So he's basically saying my quote did not include a written 20-year warranty on material and labor on the finished product. That's what was in the solicitation as part of the scope of work. It doesn't say after the work's done, but it says provide a written 20-year warranty on material and labor on finished product. Now, my quote, and every quote that I send has an acknowledgement, and this may not be a legal argument, but I throw it in there. It basically says that Stilton, under acknowledgement, Stilton hereby acknowledges that it has read and is agreement with all terms, conditions, and provisions included in the solicitation. No exceptions or deviations from the scope of work are noted or taken. Now, what's your opinion on that? They basically said that there's a requirement of a 20-year warranty on labor and finished materials, or finished labor and materials, but he kicked out my quote because I didn't provide a warranty with my quote.
And so the question becomes, was that required as part of the submission in the quote?
I don't see it. It's only the scope of work. He pointed me to the scope of work, not the solicitation, not the contract or the schedule.
Then I would protest the award of that contract.
You would protest that?
Now here's my next question. Are you within 10 days from when you should have known that that job was awarded to somebody else?
I just happened to be doing award searches, to see what's been awarded, and I just happened to stumble on that one that was awarded the day before. So it was awarded on the 25th.
You're within 10 days. Yep, contact the contracting officer. So there's basically 3 types of protests that you can do. But I would start at the contracting officer and just say, I protest the award of this contract. The contracting officer should have known that it is not a requirement of the submission of the quote to provide that 20-year warranty. It is a requirement of the contract. This is not an awarded contract. And now I'm imagining that you're making plenty of money at the dollar amount that you turned in, because you might want to just let it go if the guy was 30% higher.
Yeah, I started to let it go, but this is actually a job. It's kind of a small job, not too far away. It's actually a job that I bid it kind of low because I could self-perform it. And so for self-performing it, there's, I could probably make about $10,000 off of it. It's worth a week of my time, in New Mexico.
Yeah.
I think there's money in it. Not a lot, but you know what I mean? I don't want to. Now, here's the deal, though. I may not be the lowest bidder either, though. That's the other thing. I forgot to tell you that. So by protesting it, it may not just. It's not.
It wouldn't matter. It doesn't cost you anything to protest it.
Right. But you asked me, do I have a lot of money? Is it worth it? Probably not, because I'm probably still not the lowest bidder. So it doesn't mean I'm going to get the job.
No,
make any money off of it.
But at least you can protest it and get a response.
Right, get a response, yeah.
I mean, you're talking about 5 minutes of your time. What difference does it make?
Right. So just by emailing, I got to touch up. Man, Sean, I don't think I've ever actually gone through with a protest. We've started a couple, but we've always resolved them through like an ombudsman or something like that. So I basically just say I hereby protest this award.
Yep.
Okay.
But I would say in there that the contracting officer should know that the requirement of the 20-year warranty is related to the contract, not the award of the not part of the submission of the bid.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. man, here we go. You got me putting my gloves on, Sean. I know you like that. I know you like this stuff. Can I ask you a question, Sean?
Go ahead.
Are you doing anything yourself personally, like with like Wayne Blank or anything like that? Or you
on occasion they come up with something.
Yeah.
I mean, a few months ago they made, I don't know, like 25 grand on a 2 concrete pads for the National Park Service. You know, it was a day's worth of work.
Nice.
You know, but I don't benefit from that personally. That's my brother-in-law does that stuff.
Gotcha. I was just curious if you're in the boxing ring or not, if you're kind of just watching from the sidelines all the ruckus.
Marcus, I get 3 to 4 good phone calls a day that energize, the passion that I have for federal contracts. And I mean, there's so much information in this head, and it's increasing every day. All you got to do is ask the right questions to get it out.
Yeah. Does it feel good coming out?
It does.
Good deal. Well, I won't make them too few. I just thought this was a call for Sean, just to kind of. I'm rusty. I've been out of the boxing ring, or I've been in a private league for the last 3 or 4 years. So this is, dealing with 100 different KOs is new to me, or I got to refresh myself. So I appreciate the.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, you were asking earlier in the conversation about the legal term for asking what you're talking about is a debrief, okay?
Right.
And you can have two types of debriefs. You can have an oral debrief or, not and, a written debrief. And so during your debrief, you discovered that the contracting officer has incorrectly deemed your offer non-responsive due to X, right? The fact that he's telling you had to have had a warranty included as part of your bid. Well, it didn't say in there that we had to do that, otherwise we would have.
Right.
Okay.
And so the whole idea is getting the basis for award, getting them to admit that is basically giving you the information you need to know as to whether or not a protest is even warranted, right? Is that essentially
that's the methodology that I use, and then and then the next step is you have to think about lowest price technically acceptable, because on RFQs and RFPs they can choose somebody that bid a higher amount, but you need to look into why they decided to do that. So
that's right. You can't just see you can't see a higher award and say, "Oh, I protest this," because they don't have to award it to the lowest.
That's right, they don't, and so I use the debrief to try to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
But if the guy's telling me because this guy included a shiny warranty ahead of time, well, hell,
right.
Everybody that gets the contract has to meet that requirement. Period.
Right. If that's a requirement of the solicitation submission.
Of the resultant award.
Resultant award, yeah. Good deal, man. That's what I needed to know. I appreciate it. I'm gonna probably wait till 5 o'clock, have a cold beer, and then decide how I want to proceed.
Well, look, there's no downside. Just freaking do it.
You're such a badass, man. I was just having a conversation with my buddy about, it's kind of tricky, man, when you've been doing this for a while and you've kind of, contracting officers aren't being replaced every day. You know what I mean? Like I see KOs names that I've seen for the last 10 years since I've been doing this. You know what I mean? So
and that's the difference between you and me. I don't give a shit. Okay?
You don't give a damn.
It's not a relationship. It's not.
Yeah.
People think I can't exist in business based on relationships.
Yeah.
Because fuck you. You didn't give me the job. Now we're going to fight about it.
Oh, man, I appreciate it, Sean. All right, I'm going to do it. Fuck it. I'm going to do it. It'll give me something to laugh about for the next couple of weeks while I'm crying about all these damn bids. I appreciate it. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right, buddy.
Thank you, brother.
Bye.